What's up, guys, and welcome back to the FIFA 19 Pro Clubs video on the channel. Thank you guys so much for the massive support you guys are showing. We are close to reaching 19,000 subscribers, so if you guys want to see some more Pro Clubs content for FIFA 19 and FIFA 20, make sure you guys subscribe and don't forget to leave a like. On this video, we're going to give you guys all the updated best builds to use in Pro Clubs on FIFA 19. I know there's only 2 months left, but a lot of you guys seem to request this as you guys want to see if there's anything that changes, if I'm using any different traits. So we're going to be bringing you guys all of that from striker all the way to goalkeeper. Now, to make this easier for you guys, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using timestamp in the description of the video. So if you wanted to watch the striker build with the traits, then you will be able to go to the exact segment of the video and watch that. As you guys know, there is a lot of videos on the channel that are very helpful when you're using your best builds. I'm going to be putting a couple of those in the description. The specific one is going to be the hidden trait glitch. You want to watch how to do that so you can get different traits if you haven't already. Also, if you want to use your pace control, if you're playing tall and if you want to feel a little bit more agile, there is a video on the channel called Pace Control Tutorial, and as well using the unlimited stamina glitch that is on FIFA 19 right now. So make sure you guys check out those videos in the description. I'm going to recommend it for you guys if you haven't watched these to help you out with your best build and make you as overpowered as you possibly can. But nonetheless, let's stop talking. Let's jump into the first striker build, and we're going to see what we are using, and I'll give you guys some tips and tricks as well for different builds. To start off, guys, we're going to be updating the best striker build as of right now. As you guys know, the best striker build for me is the 6'1" 149. Again, this is my opinion. You might not be comfortable playing with this build because it's stall, but if you haven't watched the video about pace control, this build with that pace control tutorial is going to help you a lot, and you're going to be feeling more overpowered than ever. This build is still very, very overpowered. I did not change my build, but I did update my traits, so I wanted to show you guys that right now. So let's go ahead and jump into the traits. I'm going to show you guys what I changed and what you want to use for the trait. Strength is one of your main key attribute if you want to get them a higher overall, so you got to make sure you're using this, especially if you're playing anything above 5'10". So again, 6'1" 149, you want to use this. Now you guys are probably asking, why are you using a second wing as a striker? The reason why I'm using this is there is a glitch in the game right now that gives you unlimited stamina at the end of the game at around 75th minute. You get a big boost on your stamina. Did talk about this in a previous video. So no matter what position you play, you should be using this because it's going to be really, really helpful for your player. Make sure you're using that. Defending, nothing. Dribbling, if you do skill moves, use skill moves. If you don't, you do skill moves, take it off. I am not using the flare trait because, again, I don't want the fancy passes. I'm just going to be a very direct and skillful striker. I'm going to hold up the play for my teammates. But again, if you want to use this, use it. But this, again, is not going to be something that is important. Skill moves on that, it's not as important. It's not going to affect your attribute. It's not going to affect your overall. So that is up to you if you want to use it. Passing, short passes are very crucial for your forward or your striker build. So you got to make sure you put that all the way up. You guys are probably asking, why do I have only one crossing? The reason why I have that is I could put that on my stamina. I can't say the word, okay? I know it's stamina, something like that. I know you guys make fun of me all the time, okay? You guys make fun of me all the time. I understand. I am sorry, okay? I do not know how to say the word, but I will try. But use that, and it will just give you kind of a little bit of a balance. I don't really cross, so I just put it there just to kind of have it there. But if you wanted to, you can change that out to whoever you want. But again, this is a little bit more optional. Your short pass is a must. You need that to get your 92 overall if you play enough games. Shooting, very crucial. I wouldn't suggest you put the finesse shot on. I don't think it's really that useful. Finesse shot's already fine. There's a lot of glitches with the finesse shot, so I don't really use finesse shot a lot. I use a lot of low driven shot, a lot of time finishing shot. So that is something I don't really use. I don't really see it affect your game, to be honest. If you use it or don't use it, to be honest. So there's no point of really using it. And then the next thing is you want to put your 5-star weak foot. And if you're playing tall like myself, 6'1" 149, I'm going to put the header in to get a better header in because that's what I'm using this build for. Winning headers, be good on the ball, as well as dribble, as well as, you know, taking people out of the game completely and stuff like that. Now, for your pace, you're using everything. That will kind of give you a complete forward. For me, this is a complete forward. With this build, plus the pace control glitch I showed you guys, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, the link for that will be in the description. Watch that video. If you feel like you're sluggish with this build, just do that pace control tutorial I showed you guys on the channel. Again, you can play short if you want, but this for me is the best build for a striker. For a winger, there's a lot of different builds you could try out, but for me, the best winger build is a cam, using a cam build and going 5'10" 149. The reason why I say this is because you pretty much have passing, you pretty much have shooting, and you pretty much have dribbling, and you still get a good, decent pace on the wing. Now, you can also try out a left mid, right mid build, but if you do go left mid, right mid build, just remember that your shooting inside the box is not that effective. You only get 86 finishing, and that's really not that effective as all inside the box because the game is already broken. But if you do go left mid, right mid, make sure you are playing 5'6" or 5'7", and the reason 5'6" or 5'5", and the reason for that is because you would get 97 pace. As you guys can see on the bottom of the screen there, 97 pace is what you get if you play with this build. If you really want to, you can try this out. But again, like I said, because of the way I play, I prefer to play with a cam build or a striker build and make sure I'm playing 5'10". And the reason for playing 5'10" is you will be able to still win headers in the air if someone's going to cross back post. This is a build that you will use in a 4-3-3, attacking, or a 4-3-3 defending or holding. This would be a decent build to use. This is not a left mid, right mid build to use actually on a full 1-2-1-2 wide. For that, we will talk about it later in the video. But let's go ahead and jump into the traits you should use on this build. Now, you should put your stamina up a little bit. Again, I'm going to say it on stamina up a little bit. And you make sure you put your second win on for that 75th boost that you get a little bit. As well, defending, you don't put anything. Strength, you don't need it because, again, you're playing on the wing. You're not really going to be using all that stuff. Dribbling, if you do skill moves, again, I said it on my striker one. I will say it again. If you do skill moves, make sure you are using skill moves. If you don't use skill moves, don't put it on. Use that points somewhere else. Same thing with the flare trait. I don't really need it. I'm not going to do all that fancy stuff. That's something that's optional. It's not really going to affect your attribute, so why even use it if you're not going to use it in game? So might as well just use that somewhere else. Passing, this is the most important one for your winger. You want to make sure you put your short passing on, make sure you put your long pass on. Now, you could take this off right here and put this on, but again, like I said, it's not going to make much of a difference. It's going to go from a 91 to a 92, but you can also just use it on a curve to go up to a 92 curve. That will be very useful for crossing and very useful if you're cutting inside and, finessing with your right foot or something like that. That will be useful. And making sure you're putting your crossing on, and again, your long pass, that's going to be beneficial. For your shooting, again, you are playing 5'10", so you're not going to be in the box a lot headering the ball, so you don't need to use that headering, but you still want your 5-star weak foot, and you still want your finishing and your shot power all the way up, so you'll be able to, when you're inside the box finishing, you want that to be 90. That's 90. You're going to be able to score goals outside the box. Long shot is going to help you do that because you have 96 long shot. So if you are able to cut in from the wing and go inside and you need to do a finesse shot from outside the box, you're most likely going to score with this because you have 92 curve and you have 96 long shot. That's going to be very beneficial for you. And then pace, you need to use all of this. Again, like I said, this for me is what I would use when I play wing, but sometimes I will switch to that striker build, or sometimes I will just go to that left mid. That is all optional, but for me, the best build is the 5'10", 149 cam build. Now, for the cam build, I already have this on the channel, but again, I did change my trait a little bit. Whenever I play cam, this for me is the best cam build you could use. Being a short cam is so overpowered on this game. A lot of people don't know about this, but a lot of people in competitive, I've started to kind of focus on it a little bit. If you play 5'10" cam, that's very useful as well. But believe me, if you play 5'6" cam with 149, this right here, this build is very, very overpowered. And here is the trait that you should use with it. In my opinion, this is the best build if you are playing cam. It's the same build that I already have on the channel. The only thing we're updating on this build is the traits. Again, we're using the same thing we used it with the winger one. We're doing, you're doing your stamina, you're putting your second win, because at 75 minute, you would get that boost. That's going to push you to score a goal or get an assist, or, go on a dribble or something like that. Defending, you're not going to use anything. Dribbling, again, if you do skill moves, use it. If you don't use skill moves, don't use it. Flare trait, I am not going to be doing all those fancy things. If you guys wanted to do them, go for it. But for me, I don't really use them, so that's why I will not put this on at all. Passing is very important for you. One thing I would highly suggest you is make sure you put your long pass on as a cam all the way up. I would probably suggest you do it, but again, for me, don't really care about it as much because, again, you're already at 91, 93 compared to having that curve all the way up. It's going to be more helpful. Make sure you put this on and then put your crosses on just in case you're going to be crossing, cutting in and crossing. That could be very crucial for you. Make sure you use it. Now, shooting. You want to put your shot power, your finishing, and your long shot to get that 5-star weak foot, as you guys can see. And at the same time, you don't need to use your headers. Now, I know a lot of people are questioning why am I not using this for free kick. You already have 85 free kick accuracy. There's no point of you putting free kick accuracy. It's not going to make much of a difference. You can try it, but believe me, I score goals as a striker with 75 free kick accuracy. You don't need your free kick accuracy to be that big, that massive to score. It's all about understanding how the trajectory of the ball is going to go, and you'll be able to use this. I know some of you guys might question this, but again, if you want to use that for you, go for it. But for me, I scored this with the 74 free kick accuracy with the striker, so I know I'll be effective with this build without putting anything on the free kick accuracy. But this right here, it's pretty much all you need to do for your traits. And then again, pace, you want to put everything on. But that is it for the cam build. Now, for your left mid and right mid in a formation such as the full 1-2-1-2 wide, this is where you're going to be pushing up the wing a lot more. You're not coming back to defending as much. On this situation, I'll highly suggest you guys to use the 5'6", 149 build as a left mid or a right mid. The reason for this is you'll get 97 pace and you'll be able to attack consistently, and you will be able to still get some goals if you wanted to. I highly suggest you guys use this if you're playing a left mid, right mid. I don't highly suggest you guys use this on a left wing, right wing. Again, for that, I already did that on the winger build. If you haven't, the winger build, the left wing or right wing, that you should use a cam because you want more finishing inside the box. But if you're playing left mid, right mid, I highly suggest you guys stick with this because of the pace. You'll be able to make up ground to go up, and also you'll be able to catch up if you need to come back. You can use the cam build if you want on this situation and still stay short if you want to get more shooting instead of pace. You can more than welcome to do that, but for me, whenever I play left mid, right mid, actual left mid, right mid, I use this build because for me, it's very, very overpowered. If you know skill moves, that will help you massively. You should be using your stamina again because of the fact that this is very, very crucial for your player because you're going to be running a lot. So you want to make sure you use this as well as put in the second one so you can get that push at the end of the game to, push for an assist or a goal. Defending, you're not going to be using anything. Dribbling, this is very crucial for your player. Again, like I said, I will say it over and over again for these skills positions. If you're going to be doing skill moves, use your skill move points. Use your skill points on your skill moves. But if you're not going to do skill moves at all, then don't use them. It's not going to help you at all. And then flare trade, again, I don't use that at all that much. So why even put it on? If you're not going to use something, do not use it. Do not put it on. It's just going to be a waste of your skill points. Use your skill points somewhere else, and it will be more beneficial for you. Passing, very crucial for you. You can also, again, you can take this out and you can put it on your long pass if you wanted to, because I already have, it's already 94. I don't really need this to go all the way up. So if I really wanted to, I could switch it and put it and get 90, passing on long pass if I wanted to. But for me, I like that curve, just in case I need to cross the ball a little bit farther and do, a back post L1 triangle, L1 square. That will be there for me because of the curve. So that's very useful if you wanted that. But again, you don't need to use that. And then crossing is very important. So make sure you put this on. 96 crossing, I can still get 97 crossing. As you guys can see, that's 1%. That means if I go and play left mid, right mid, I'm still can get 97 crossing. So that's very overpowered for your player. And that is going to help you a lot. Finishing, again, like I said, your finishing is only 86. It's not going to be, this build is not something you're going to be scoring a lot of goals with. It's going to be a build to be very creative, be very dodgy, be very glitchy on the left mid, right mid. It's going to be very helpful for your teammates to create space and allow your team to attack through them flanks. So if you want to use this, you get only 86 finishing. So keep that in mind if you're going inside the box. And you got to make sure if you want better finishing, use the cam build on this on the left mid, right mid. It will be more beneficial for you. And making sure you put 5-star weak foot because you need that to be able to cross if you're on the left side. If you're right-footed, and you're trying to cross with your left foot, that's important. And you don't need to use your headers because you're so short, and then your pace all the way up. 97 pace. This is the fastest build in the game. Left mid, right mid is the fastest build in the game because you get 97 pace. So you'll be able to burn people whenever you want. So use this to your advantage on that left mid, right mid. Now, if you are playing left mid on a 3-5-2, please do not use this build as often. What I suggest you guys, if you're playing left mid, right mid on a 3-5-2, I would highly suggest you guys switch to a CDM build, and you guys are probably asking why. The reason for that is you get better defending, and because of the 3-5-2, you're actually playing more like a wing back, left wing back, and right wing back is where you're playing on that. So you're going to be coming back a lot to defend. So in that situation, you want to use a CDM build and go at least 5'10", so you can come back and defend if you need to. And then you can still use the same traits. You don't need to put all your defending on because you're not going to be actually defending a lot. You're just going to be pressing the ball and recurving it for your teammates. That's all I would highly suggest if you're playing 3-5-2 and you're playing left mid, right mid. Make sure you use a CDM build so you can get better defending stats, and also you can get better, on the ball stuff that will help you a lot better and will help your team. If you play with the left mid, right mid, you're going to be beating a lot back post if you're going to be going back into the box and defending. So keep that in mind. That is highly, very, very important for your 3-5-2 formation. Now, for your center mid build, guys, this is going to be where I'm going to give you guys two builds for this because it's very different. This is something that a lot of people have asking me, what's the best build for a CM? Now, CM is very different. So if you're playing CM, there's two types of CMs. There's a CM that pushes and goes forward a lot and attack. There's a CM that usually just holds and play more defensive. So what I'm going to suggest you guys, if you are that type of center mid that's going to be pushing up a lot to attack, then play with a cam build so you get better shooting. If you are one of those CDMs that's going to be coming back and defending, not pushing up as much, then switch to a CDM build so you get better stats for defending. And for your build, if you're going to go with a cam build, if you're going to push it up a lot more as a center mid, I would highly suggest you play 5'10" so you can still get some pace to get up there, but also you'll still be able to hold a midfield. This is like a Kevin De Bruyne type of midfield. So if you want to do this, you want to play 5'10". Now, if you're going to play center mid and you're going to use the cam because you're going to be pushing forward a lot more, these are the traits you should use. Use your second win to get that boost in the 75th minute to push you towards the end of the game and help your team defend or attack. This will be very helpful. I would also highly suggest, if you can, use this other stamina because of the fact that you're going to be attacking and defending a lot. So this might be helpful for you if you play center mid. Any center mid should be using the stamina as much as possible, okay? I know I say it wrong all the freaking time, okay? Defending, again, this you shouldn't be touching because as a cam, it's not really going to affect your game. It's not going to affect your attributes that much. So even if you put this on, you're only getting like a +5. So it's not really going to change much on your player. So your player's still going to feel the same. Now, skill moves, if you do skill moves as center mid, go ahead and use it. I only do 4. I only have 4-star. But sometimes when I play center mid with the cam build, because I'm pushing up, I usually still leave it on because of the fact that I might use skill moves, you know, near the box to create some space if I'm going up to attack to help out the offense or something like that. For passing, this is where it's very crucial. You want to use your curves, all of your curves, because you want to, you know, if you need to put a through ball from your CM to your striker making a run, that curve, 95 curve, is going to give you the ability to do that. Your crossing is still high enough if you go up. If you're one of the center mids that like to play a little bit wider, like a right mid, left mid, this build will be very useful as well. And your long pass and short pass, those are crucial no matter where you are playing in that center mid, that center field. Now, shooting, finishing, is a must because, again, you're playing with the cam build, so you want to get the overall up, as well as if you push it up, you want to be able to score some goals. And then, you know, shot power and your long shots, and as well as your weak foot. That's very crucial. And then your pace is also there. Now, if you are a center mid that likes to defend a lot more, you don't really push up on the attack, the build that I would suggest to you is try the 6', 149 build. That, for me, is the best CM, CDM kind of build to play with. This is a CM that defends a lot more. You don't really attack. It's still not a CDM, but this build right here is very, very overpowered for a center mid that's going to defend a lot more. The traits that you should use: pull your second win on to get that boost at the end of the game to keep up with players, because a lot of people are going to be using this. Use your strength, because obviously that's very important for a CDM build. And also, you're going to pull all your defending on to get all your attributes all the way up a little bit. Dribbling, you're not going to be doing skill moves as a center mid that's going to be defending a lot. You're going to be doing a lot of the dirty work for your team, so you're going to be not using your flair trait, and you're going to use your skill moves. So do it this way. If you use skill moves as a CDM, then go for it, but I wouldn't suggest you try it. Now, passing, short passing, long pass, that's a must. That's all you're doing pretty much for your passing. You don't really need that much curve, because you're not gonna be putting through balls like crazy. You can play with this like an end-to-end or a deep line playmaker like a Sergio Busquets if you wanted to. This is one of those that you can kind of do, but this will be very, very important. And you can also score outside the box if you need to, because you still get 90. You still get 92 long shots. So if you need to score outside the box, you still have that, and you have 90 shot power. Now, your finishing, you shouldn't put it up because you're not going to be in the box as much. 77, you still be able to shoot some goals. 77, you'll still be able to score some goals, but again, it's not as important because you're going to be doing a lot more of the defending than the attacking. And then again, you're getting that 5-star weak foot just in case you need to pass with your left foot or your right foot. That's a crucial. Now, the biggest thing with this build is the fact that you have 96 pace as a midfielder, as a center mid. This is very crucial because if you don't attack, you're pretty much going to keep up with everybody that's pretty much running through the middle of the park. So this is going to be very crucial if you play center mid. For CDM, guys, 6', 174 is the build that I recommend you guys try out and check out. It's a very useful build because you have 84 pace, and you're pretty much able to do everything on the field. CDM is the most overpowered position build you can use. You can pretty much use it everywhere on the pitch, and you will be very, very overpowered. Also, if you guys wanted to play taller, you can try the 6', 6'2", 198. This is a build that if you're gonna sit right in front of the center backs, like a sweeper, like a little bit forward in front of them, this will be a very overpowered CDM build. If you're not going to go up and up like past your halfway line, this build right here will be very, very OP. But again, for me, 6', 174 is a go-to whenever I play CDM. It's a very overpowered build. Here are the traits that I suggest you guys. It's pretty much the same traits as a center mid that defends. Pretty much you're going to use your second win to get that boost at the end of the game. You're going to use your strength because that's very important. You're going to use all your you're going to use all the defending because, again, you want to have all the defending attributes as maxed as possible. Dribbling, you're not going to be doing skill moves, so don't use them, but use everything else so you can get better ball control and all that stuff. Passing, long pass is important, short pass is important, so you need to put those on. Shooting, you're not going to be inside the box at all, so you should not be using that whatsoever. And also for your shot power and your long shot, you want that to be still there because, again, if you have to go outside the box and hit a volley or something, you want that to be there. And also you want that weak foot to be 5-star just in case you need to do an awkward pass. That's going to be there to help you out. Pacing, pace, again, put it all the way up, get your 84 pace. That's going to be very crucial. This for me is the best CDM build right now to use. 6'4", 174 with those traits. For fullback, guys, I would highly suggest you guys use a CDM build. Now, when I talk about fullback, I am talking about a left back, right back that is not going to be pushing up and attacking. You're not going to be overlapping. You're pretty much just going to be sitting with the back line. If you're going to be doing that as a fullback, use a CDM 6', 149. You guys are probably asking, why are you that tall? The reason for this is there's a lot of second post cross or back post crossing that happens on FIFA 19. People cross a lot to the back post. So if you're playing 5'8" or 5'6", you're not winning those headers. You're going to be beat a lot in the air. That 6-foot build is going to be very, very overpowered for a fullback. Believe me, I play fullback a lot of the times on stream playing with viewers, and I play with the 6', 149 build as a CDM on that fullback position, and I will pretty much be stopping everybody on the air or on the ground. You still have 86 pace, so you'll still be able to keep up with a lot of people, and you still have the area ability to be able to win headers back post, even if you're going against a 6-foot striker because of your positioning. It's all about that. So the traits that you would use for this for a fullback, again, you're using all your second wind to get the attribute, to get that boost at the end of the game. You're using your strength because, again, you're a defender. You should be using your strength. And defending, you need that. Dribbling, you're not going to be doing skill moves, so please do not put that as a defender. I hate defenders that have skill moves. If you're trolling, go for it, but otherwise don't use that. It is not beneficial for your player. You're not going to get the high overall with it. As passing, short passing, long passing, it should be all the way up. Now, one thing I would highly suggest you change is put your giant throw in if you're playing fullback. If you're playing fullback, anytime you're playing left back, right back, make sure you're using your giant throw in. It's gonna help your team get out of tough situations on your end of the field. So make sure you take this off because this is gonna help you massively if you need to. Again, if you don't really care about this, then don't use it. But in my case, most of the time when I play fullback, I usually use it sometimes. But if you don't want to use it, you can switch and just use the long pass. It will be beneficial as well. But for me, sometimes I will do this, sometimes I will not. It depends on the day or what team I'm trying to play with and how that style is, if someone's going to come short or not. And then you want to make sure you put your long pass as well. Now, crossing, again, like I said, you're not going to be crossing a lot because, again, you are a fullback. You're just going to be sitting back with your back line. You're not going to be moving up as much, and you're just going to be kind of defending. You're going to be doing a lot of the defensive duties on the game, yeah? And then for shooting, you're not going to be going inside the box whatsoever, so there's no point for you to put your finishing. But you still have 77 finishing if you, for some reason, you happen to be in the box. You still have your shot power if you need that, and you still have your long shot. You still got that need to long shot. Remember, this is why I say this is so overpowered, because of the fact that you get good shooting, you get good passing, you get good dribbling, and you get good pace. You get 86 pace as a CDM in that fullback spot. Believe me, guys, the CDM build is so overpowered in every single defensive position. Now, for wingback, guys, this is a little bit different when you're playing left back, right back. This is more of a left back, right back that's going to be pushing up and attacking down the flank, overlapping, stuff like that. This is like a Marcelo or Alaba type player. Now, for this, again, we're still going to be sticking to the CDM build. The reason why we're not going to go with the left back, right back build is because you still have a little bit, with the CDM build, you still can defend a lot better than a left back, right back, but you can still attack a lot more. The only thing we're doing with the CDM build instead of a fullback and compared to a wingback is you're just playing a little bit shorter, so you get more pace at that, and you're also changing a couple of your traits. So I'm going to show you guys, this is the trait that you should use if you're going to be playing wingback. You're going to be attacking a lot more as a left back, right back. This is something I wouldn't suggest you to do. Most formations kind of like, you can overlap even if you're playing as a fullback, but if you're going to be literally just constantly running up as a full left back, right back, wingback is the build you want to use. You want to put all your stamina up because, again, you're going to be running up and down the field like crazy because of that. And also, you want to put your strength there. Even though you're playing on 5'10", you still want that strength there just in case you have to tackle someone on that position. You're not only going to be attacking either. I would highly suggest your team is going to get really annoying you if you're playing wing back and you're just attacking 24/7. You're still going to be defending, but you're just going up. Now, you're going to put your defending again just to help you defensively when you're defending. And again, if you do skill moves, you can kind of change that around a little bit. If I'm playing wing back, I'm going to play as direct as possible. I'm going to play very simple. X passes, through balls, running, make 1-2s, connections, triangles between the striker, the cam, and the wing back, whoever is going up. If you're you're going to do inverted runs or if you're going to do overlaps, that's all up to you. But however you play this, make sure you put the skill points where you are supposed to put them, because otherwise it will not be as effective as it should be. Now, for your passing, this is important, but one thing I would highly suggest, because of the fact that you're going to be running up a lot, you're not going to be doing a lot of long passes, but one thing that you're going to be doing a lot is throw-ins. You want to be playing very direct as a wingback, so put your throw-ins in, your long giant throw-in, so you can throw the ball up, and as well, you can kind of push up if you need to. This is kind of one of those positions that's kind of iffy, but again, you want to use that a little bit to kind of give you an advantage in that end if you want it. If you use it, I would highly suggest you use it. But in most cases, sometimes people will just do it like that if you wanted to. That is up to you. But again, the long pass is not as important to me. Because of the fact that, you know, you're not going to be doing that many long passes. You're going to be doing a lot of X passes. You're not going to be doing switches that much. Or even if you do switch with this, you still have 92 long passes. So you still be able to do that switch. But to me, that giant throw-in is very crucial for a wingback. Fullback should also use this because it's going to help you a lot to get your team out of trouble situations. But again, that's very crucial for a wingback. Now, shooting. You're not going to be in the box, so there's no point of you using finishing. Shot power, volleys, those are going to be important because, again, you want that weak foot just in case you're making an inverted run. Inverted runs is when you're making a run inside, not outside. Most of the people overlap outside. If you're going to make a run inside as an inverted run, then you got to make sure you are using that weak foot just in case you need to cross with your left foot, but you're right-footed. You prefer right-footed. Pace, you got 87 pace. Pretty much you have one pace more than the fullback, but again, remember that fullback is just sitting back. You can also try a wingback with the left mid, right mid, and have 997 pace. But again, to me, that is overdoing it. You don't really need to use that because you still want to defend a little bit. You still want to be able to play very technical. So that wingback position, if you want to be skillful, if you want to do skill moves and stuff like that, then I would highly suggest you go with a left mid, right mid build and then play about 5'10". Do not go lower than a 5'10", guys, because if they cross back post and you have to defend that, you're gonna get beat a lot as a fullback, as a wingback if you're on that back post. So make sure you're playing 5'10" or taller as a wingback, 6 foot or taller as a fullback. Now for a CB, a lot of CBs in FIFA 19 Pro Clubs play with this build right here, 6 foot 198, or some CBs will go to even a 6'4". Now for me, guys, like I said before, that CDM build is so overpowered. What I usually do is I will actually bring that weight all the way down to get the pace up a little bit. And what I will do is I will switch this from a CB position to a CDM. Why I do this? If you guys look at the passing and also look at the dribbling and everything, you go from a 70 dribbling to a 87. You go from an 87 passing from a CDM position, CDM build. If you switch to that CB, you're gonna have only 65. That is why the CDM build is so overpowered. You're not gonna be losing that much on your physical or your pace or anything like that. This is a very, very useful build to use in CB. 6 foot 149. Or if you want it to be more traditional, you want to actually play with the CB, you use the 6'6", 198. If you feel like you're too sluggish, the 6'4", 198 or even the 6'4", 174 is useful. But again, guys, for me, the best CB build is a 6'6", 149, and then these are the traits that I usually use. I put all my strength on because that's important. Again, you're going to have only 89 strength, but believe me, you're going to knock a lot of people off the ball because, again, remember, strikers, the max they can get their strength to is, unless they go 6'6", they're not really going to have that much strength. If you play as a CDM, you're pretty much getting a middle of everything. You're getting a good strength, you're getting a very good defending. You're not going to get 97 defending, tackling, and stuff like that. Believe me, if you know how to defend with yourself, if you know how to defend, these stats right here are crucial. It will be fine for you. If you don't know how to defend, maybe you want to play with the CB build. But again, remember, you're going to be so much slower on the ball. Your passing is not going to be as accurate. And this is where the dribbling and the passing comes in as a CDM, as a CB. If a CB is very composed on the ball, this right here, you're going to be very crucial. You're going to have 89 dribbling, 90 ball control, and then you're still going to have 81 agility. That's going to help you out a lot as a CB to move and be more fluent. You know what I mean? You're being more like a Van Dijk on the ball and off the ball. You can still muscle people off the ball. Now, passing, this is where is the beauty. This is where the beauty is. You got pretty high short passing, you have pretty good long passing, and you can still do everything. You have 95 vision as a CB. You know what I mean? You don't really need it, but it's there. But if you want it to be more traditional and you wanted to play with a CB that's actually a CB and you want to get the 97 tackling and all that stuff, you could do that. That's fine. But I'm telling you, this right here is the most overpowered build to use as a CB. I use it all the time. A lot of competitive players use it, so make sure you give it a try. And then for your shooting, I would highly suggest you guys use the power header if you're going to go up for corners so you can get a stronger header towards the net. Make sure you're using the header accuracy. That's important. You don't really need your finishing because you're not going to be on the box that much. The only time you're going in the box is for headers. But again, your header accuracy is going to be more important than your finishing because it's going to be a header that's going to be header accuracy. If it's a shot on the ground, then that will be finishing. So that's very different. Put your 5-star weak foot and then your pace. You're getting 81 pace. So that's going to help you out a lot as well. But again, that is my recommended build for a center back. Last but not least is the goalkeepers. Now, goalkeepers for me, I think this is the same build that I already done in the channel before, so I think I didn't really update that much on it, but maybe it's not. So what I usually play as a goalkeeper when I play, I usually go 6'6", 200 pounds. Now, why am I going 200 pounds? If you go 200 pounds, you're getting +2 on your strength. If you go below that, you're losing that +2. So that's why a lot of goalkeepers, when they play, they'll play 6 foot, but they will keep it below 200. If you go exactly 200, you actually get 2 on your strength. So that's why I usually use it. So that's why usually this, for me, it gives you everything, like the highest ever, everything. Your jumping might not be as high. So if you really feel like you're not comfortable playing 6'6", you feel like can't get down quick enough, you can drop that down to a 6'5". I wouldn't recommend you guys play shorter than a 6'4" as a goalkeeper because especially headers are OP, low driven green time is OP. So I'll probably suggest you play with a 6'5" or a 6'6". But for me, every time I play goalkeeper, for me the best goalkeeper build right now is a 6'6", 200 pounds. I'm telling you, you can try it. You can also try the 6 foot 174 if you wanted to. But again, for me, stats wise and also the way it feels, it's the only thing I've ever played. I never really changed it. 6 foot, 6'6", 200 pounds. Here are the traits that you should use for it. Use all your strength because again, you want to be powerful in the air. You have 97 strength. That's going to be helpful. You have 90 reaction with this build. So again, it's still going to be useful. You're still going to be able to get up and, save some shots if you need to. Again, on FIFA 19, we all know pro clubs goalkeeper are broken. So I apologize to you guys that are watching this video because I can give you the best build in the game. EA is still going to mess you over and over and over and over again. I know how it feels as a goalkeeper. Believe me, I have played it many, many times on this year and I hate it. Cannot really judge a goalkeeper, because of all the errors it has in the game. Defending, you're not putting anything. Dribbling, again, put everything. Skill moves, you shouldn't be using skill moves as a goalkeeper. If you're using skill moves as a goalkeeper, you are an OG, my guy, because not many people use skill moves as a goalkeeper unless you're trolling or something like that. Go for it, but you're an OG if you're using skill moves as a goalkeeper. Passing, you want your long pass and your short pass to be there because again, sometimes you might have to put the ball down and do a long pass to your left back, right back, or something like that. That's going to be crucial for you, and also be very composed on the ball. Short pass is going to help you out a little bit. Now, these are not very high, so you're not going to be amazing on it, but you can always use them to benefit you. Shooting, you're not going to be shooting that much. I mean, you should put your shot power up a little bit just because when you're doing the square, when you're doing the flat kick or something, then you want to use that a little bit. I put usually this just too because, I mean, you can technically take it off. It doesn't really matter. It only goes from an A65 to a 69. So, again, you're not going to be the box that much. If you're more of a Rogerio Ceni and you're going to take corner free kicks, then go ahead and put all your, shooting on and stuff like that. That's fine. You want to get that weak foot because, again, that's going to be important for your passes. Your right foot and the ball's coming from your right back. He passes it to you, and you need to put that ball to your left back. Using your left foot is going to be crucial, so make sure you put your 5-star weak foot there to make sure you get an accurate pass, especially with that low rating on your pass. It's not going to help you if you don't have that. Pace, this is coming off your line. Again, I don't recommend a lot of goalkeepers come off the line. A lot of error happens when you come off your line. Try to play more manual with your goalkeeper, then try to hold L1 because it's going to make you come out and you're going to make a lot of errors. You're going to get a lot of glitches. Goalkeeper, I really apologize, you guys. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I say sorry all the time, but I'm sorry, guys. You guys are like kind of screwed on this FIFA. Hopefully, FIFA 20 for you guys is better. And for goalkeeper traits, you're kind of using everything. The most important ones here is the long throw and, of course, the flat kick. These are very important. You can do flat kicks to kind of get your counterattacks. This is very crucial. That is what I would use for the traits for goalkeeper. But that is it for this video, guys. Let me know which build are you using. Let me know if it works for you. If you guys have any suggestion, question, let me know in the comment section below as always. Again, guys, really make sure you guys check out the link in the description. There's a lot of videos on the channel that will help you guys, especially to get these best builds to work better. Like I said, for me, CDM build, you can literally use the CDM build in any position you want. It is so overpowered. You can probably even play it as striker and you can do well with it. CDM build is so overpowered. It's a balance of pretty much everything. Shooting, passing, dribbling, every single thing. Don't try to goalkeeper though, because it will not work. All right, I think I said stamina wrong like 5-10 times. I know you guys make fun of me all the freaking time. I know I cannot say the word save my life, okay? But of course, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more FIFA 19 and Pro Clubs content in the future, and we will catch you guys on the next video.